Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to talk about category search and why I think this is so important to get more leads from Apple Business Connect. So, this is one of the clients that I have, and I went to their Apple Business Connect profile and I broke out from September 2024 through August 25 the category searches that triggered their account that basically someone will search for and then click on their listing. Now, Apple does not provide the exact search queries that triggered the account or what people click on. So, you have to kind of look at just category search as a broad example. So let's pretend the name is Greg's Best Nails. And let's say the category search is nail technician or nail salon. So those are the difference. The name of the brand is again Greg, and the category is now a non-brand term like nail technician. So anyway, when I looked at this and said, okay, we had 46 searches from a category search that triggered the account that someone then clicked on, I want to increase that number. And the way that I'm going about that is improving the share of local voice for the category search. So again, this is for one of the clients. I have this using Local Falcon over here, a 1 mile radius 11 by 11 grid. And the where we started was at a 0% for nail technician. Now we're at 44%. Local Falcon uses DuckDuckGo for the share of local voice. So again, this is not true Apple Map search only, but I'm already seeing halfway through the month of September, or actually a little bit past that now, category searches should be at an all-time high. And we're getting more leads from that. So it's telling me that directionally we are ranking better on Apple Map search. But again, this view here is for DuckDuckGo. So I just want to kind of clarify that. Here's how the map is changing though for them. So on the left-hand side was September 4th, and on the right-hand side is where we are now today. So we're really growing more dots, 1, 2, and 3. Again, from my perspective, is that if somebody was searching for nail technician on Apple Maps specifically, we should be seeing my client up higher above the fold. Now, especially in this lower portion of this picture over here, and that's going to lead to, again, to more impressions, website clicks, phone calls, and people clicking on the booking button. So I kind of dismiss it as a DuckDuckGo win. It's just more of how Local Falcon categorizes share of local voice. Anyway, though, ranking factors that I've observed. So this is the main thing that you guys want to take away from this. The name of the business is a major ranking factor. So let's just pretend the name of this business was Greg's NYC Nails. So NYC Nails. That keyword in my name would be pretty strong from like a ranking perspective. People searching for NYC Nails. But what I've noticed is that for my for my clients and their competitors, there's been a lot of keyword stuffing with that. So I have plenty of different clients, and when I run scans within Local Falcon, I've been noticing people have been changing names within Apple Maps. So they'll say things like, for example, like for like a psychic, I've seen things like best psychic, affordable psychic, cheap psychic. I've seen things like number one psychic. I've seen things like different cities, so you can, like Philadelphia psychic. These aren't really the names of the business, but they've been adding that to that, and I've been seeing that from like a ranking perspective. So if you notice that, you have to flag that over to Apple and let them know that that is a keyword stuff name. So if your name is, includes the keyword, that's great. But if it doesn't, keep an eye on your competitors. Next, showcases and updates on photos are freshness ranking signals. So showcases or anything that's new that's going on with the business, you can always call now or do a booking. Photos is a great way to increase dwell time on your profile. So photos of a restaurant or hairstylists or chiropractors or whatever it is, show photos on a weekly basis. It's a great way to keep people engaged on your profile. I believe that helps with rankings. Next is, this is controversial, but Yelp and TripAdvisor, I get this all the time from my clients. They'll have mixed reviews on using these platforms. But what I always share with them is that, hey, if we're only getting 2%, 3% of our total leads each month from Apple, and I'm noticing from, let's say we have a 10-mile radius for a dentist or a doctor, we'll look at that and say, hey, most of our competitors are very strong on Yelp, and we're not. So if we want to get more leads per month, we have to get on Yelp, or we have to be more active on Yelp, or we have to encourage people to leave reviews on Yelp because Apple pulls that information in. So it really depends on how, what you see from a competitor gap analysis, but that's something that I've been noticing as well. Next, action buttons help increase clicks. So if you're a booking provider, make it really easy for somebody to then click on to then book their appointment or reservation or anything else like that. So a lot of times you'll have this with reserve with Google. We have the book online button. Just make sure you include that as well on Apple. It won't sync through, so you have to manually add that. Category search is key. So I've onboarded a handful of clients, and actually one client that really stood out to me is that they're an HVAC company, and yet Apple was showing them as a sewer repair. Sewer repair is like a one-off service they have on their website. So I noticed that, and it wasn't even one of the categories we had as additional categories. So I submitted a bug to Apple. They fixed it. Now they show the right primary category. I'll do a video for them as well to kind of show their increase for the share of local voice. But that's an example where, if you don't look at your profile for a while, there could be a bug, and thus you're not getting a lot of impressions and you're not getting a lot of phone calls. And then you sort of forget about Apple when it comes to a local SEO channel for you. And then finally, good to know features. So, good to know are just filters. So, Apple Pay, credit cards, cash only, whatever it is, these are things you want to put down as good to know. A lot of times, people might be on their phone on Apple Maps and they'll say, it has to accept Apple Pay. So, maybe it's a locksmith or an HVAC company that's coming over. If you don't specifically state that you do Apple Pay or credit card or cash only or whatever it is, you won't show up there. So, these filters are, in my opinion, a more qualified search. So you want to make sure that your business is going to be properly seen there, so you can get, again, more category searches now showing your account, then potentially get the click, the phone call, the booking, the website visit, etc. So really, just in summary, this is the map that I'm seeing for my client. We're seeing continuous share of local voice growth, which is great. I'm tracking the category search number. I expect September is going to be massive for them. I'm going to share a video in October talking about this. Or if I'm wrong, I'm still going to record a video. But either way, I've already seen halfway through the month that we're going to be very much at our best for category search. And then finally, one thing that I always recommend too is that to individually go through while you can, because you're going to lose one of the months, go through, pull each of the months for name or brand and then category search and put them into an Excel spreadsheet. Because if you lose this data, you'll never be able to retrieve it back. So go in, grab it now. This is a great before and after. You can really show your team or your client as well that we've been growing Apple. Maybe our market share was like 3% or 5% for our business, but now we got up to, let's say, 10% because we're getting more competitive for category search and we're getting more leads, and it's not at the expense of Google, which is just great. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I really hope this might have sparked some ideas what you guys can do for Apple. Again, this is what I'm really focusing on for a lot of my clients, just, again, more leads for them. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions, and as always, have a good rest of your day.